Hello everybody, nice to see you today. Today we're going to talk about making our children happy. Is this one of the most important feelings in life, is to make our children happy? And why do we want to make our children happy in life? I think oftentimes we don't want to see the pains that our children are feeling. This is what maybe as when I was growing up, when my parents weren't around that much. They're quite busy, and of course even parents now are quite busy, and they both have jobs. They're both working outside of the homes, or some working inside their homes as well too. But they're still busy. So if your child, for example, if you're like myself, I enjoy being around my children. I work from home here, and I coach my son and his sports teams basically 9 months or 10 months of the year. And the summertime we spend together, and of course he's 15 years old now, or almost 15, and he wants to go out and play with his friends. Of course, that's important to him, is to be around his friends and enjoy his time. And I think that is the most important thing about life, is to release our children to go and play and having fun in life. But having a child, if you feel he's passing in school or even failing in school, does it really affect how we feel about our children? Say, for example, oh, you're going to have to, as I was talking to my son today, after school. It's the last day. Actually, had to go for an extra day today. He had to finish up some projects in school to finish up his grades. And so I asked him. I said, "Do you enjoy going to school? Do you enjoy spending time doing homework or anything like that?" And of course, and what he said is no. He doesn't enjoy being in school. And that's the question I was asking. Why don't you enjoy going to school? He goes, or doing the homework or doing the classwork and stuff. He says it's boring. It's not. It's not what he's interested in. And the reason why he goes to school is to spend time with his friends. Right. This is one of his most important things why he goes to school. So this is the reason why he stays in school, is because he enjoys going to school for that reason. Is being around his friends. And excuse me. Next year he's going to play some sports in school, and I asked him. I said, so if your grades aren't that good, and what's your feeling is about your future? And he goes, oh, I'll just try my best. And of course, any parent will think trying their best is the most important thing in life, is to allow children to learn. And I think a lot of parents want their children to go to university, and you got to get A's or B's, or you got to do your best in school, and you got to have a future in life. I think the future is now for children, is learning to enjoy life when they're a kid. Of course, they're going to learn a lot more if they're not forced to learn something. If they're forced to learn something, they're going to go through life that oh, I have to do this. I have to be the best I possibly have to be. From the parents' aspect, they're pushing their children to get straight A's. My son is, my wife is Japanese, and he's half Japanese and half Canadian, so he has dual citizenship. And he was thinking about going to Japan and going to school, and we were asking him, do you really want to go to Japan and go to school? And his first thought was, yeah, he wanted to graduate in middle school in Japan, and this was one of his sort of dreams or thoughts he had that he wanted to do in life. And then, so I said that he was going to give up playing soccer for the fall and miss all of his friends. And when he went to Japan, their system is much different than ours, so they don't have a program for sports, especially when they're going from middle school to high school. They're doing a lot of tests. They're focused on fully about their goals, and they have to make high school. It's not like you automatically go to high school. You basically have to do tests to go into high school. Otherwise, you have to go to private school, or you don't continue to go to school. Because in Japan, you don't have to go to school and pass grade 9, grade 10. So it's a totally different system than ours in Canada. So this is one of his things that he wanted to do, and so he actually decided not to go just recently. So we're actually not going to be going to Japan or he's not going to go for 6 months, and so we're not going to go this year. So that's fine. That's the decision he made, that he was more interested in playing sports and enjoying his time, what he really loves to do. So I think the important message is when children are growing up, is do something that's very important in their life, is to make themselves happy. So by making his own decision and changing his mind, of course, and that's great. He has the ability and he has a choice of changing his mind. And I think that's important to give choices to children. Of course, if they're failing school, well, I think it's a different decision. It's up to him to decide whether he wants to repeat the grade or do summer school. And of course, that's the choices that we give them, and we give any child is if this is the choice you want to make, then you're going to go to summer school, or repeat the same class or grade that if you fail. And that's of course the choices of children. Of parents, we don't want to have our children fail, or I think that's our own pains that we have inside if our children are failing. Oh no, what are people going to think, or what are we going to do if he doesn't pass the grade? So this is a thought that I had today, and I had a little talk with him, and I said, what do you want to do? And for next year, because grade 10, he's going to grade 10 next year, and they go by what is it? Not point system. It's like a point system. You have to get so many points, and then you be able to graduate in grade 12. So this is the choice. Choices, or what I asked him what he wanted to do, and of course he just wants to go to school and enjoy his time next year. And oftentimes he has homework, but he just doesn't bring it home, and he doesn't want to do it, or he's maybe not important to him to do his homework at home, or I think he's doing some of it at school. It's just not exciting enough. School is not exciting for him, and that's the choices he's deciding to do. And so this is one of the things that I thought today about, is giving our children choices in life, is to allow them to grow on their own. Of course, we're here to like I guess you call facilitate, or guide them to where they want to be and understand their feelings of how they're feeling in life. So this is one of the thoughts that I had today. So I'm going to say goodbye, everybody. You guys have a great evening, great afternoon, and a great morning. Bye, everybody. See you later. The finish button's not going, so I'll try it again. Bye, everybody. I'm going to try this button. It's not working. I'm going to flip it around and see you later. Oh no, but there we go.